So I cannot record any actual games because my computer's being a cum dumpster. Well, better record some Flash games then!
There once was a little boy.
Wait, let me scratch that.
There once was a little fat gay boy called Pascal.
Hey!
Shut up, you gay fuck, or I'll be forced to shit on you. The little fat gay boy couldn't find any friends and didn't have a console at the time since his father smashed the SNES. So what he did instead to entertain himself was simple. He surfed through the internet and came across a little wonderland called Newgrounds. There he found all sorts of fun activities, like getting scored by screamers in random animations, watching porn that he was too young for, and of course playing flush games. And there it all started. What a fucking loser.
So that should have explained everything, right? Let's play a little game. Who would win? A, for its time, great Flash game that brought the community closer and also delivered a lot of fun? Or one German boy? Well, judging by the fact that you seriously cannot find any trace of this game by just typing Red Baron, the answer is obvious. It's Hitler. So how about we take a good old look at Depressing A Simulator, I mean Red Baron. A Flash game that was created in 2006 by Mind Chamber, Frosted Muffins, and Zombie Pimp. A few people also took part in the making of this game by suggesting their own sprites that they have made by themselves. That's pretty neat. The score in this game is actually pretty good, sitting at slightly over 4 stars. I can remember myself playing it when I was around, 10 years old? Sucking at it? Quite a bit, actually. Now, I won't compare the game's functionality to actual official console games, because that would hardly be fair. But I will still criticize it for the flaws that it has. Don't get me wrong, it's a crazy good Flash game for its time, but I'm not going to end up in the creators' asses to get special good boy points. I will rate this game based on how it plays and looks. The game consists of 4 levels, and 4 bosses, one of which took me 14 tries to beat. Seriously, look at this! So it's safe to say that this game can be pretty rough. Before we get into this game, what is the
Deep lore
behind this game? Oh, that's easy. There was once a big red dude that took a bite out of a pizza that had drugs on it, which results in him slaughtering the audience that was supposed to watch the fight between him and some blue peasant. Simple, right? Whoever thought of this story? You did good.
Take this gold star.
I don't know if I gave the right star to the right person since I cannot tell who the one was that came up with the story in the first place. So, hopefully I hit the right guy. Anyways, the game starts by you being confronted with a bunch of random enemies. In the first level, there only being 2 to be exact. One Smoky Smoke, and I don't know, I want to say Gladiator? But he looks kind of puny for one. Whatever, they're dead. You beat a bunch of those guys before you face the first boss, Nega Baron. Almost fucked that one up. As you could think, the battle against the first boss ain't too hard. You know what? Fuck this guy. After you beat him, you will receive a bunch of sweet coins before you move on to the next level. So in the next level, you beat up a bunch of copies of Nicki Minaj in order to progress. So this game is basically just get through a bunch of random enemies to reach a level's boss. Simple business. This dude that I really don't like to look at sells you a bunch of weapons that replace your basic sword. You can buy a dildo. So there is one thing I don't understand. You can buy a dildo. There are these wall sections that probably Trump came up with.
I fucking hate you!
Where you try to break through a wall as enemies try to fuck you up. You know, this is actually a nice change of pace because this game can be repetitive at some points since you do the same thing over and over.
Yes, I made the snake look stupid.
There are also chickens with Gatling guns. Oh, excuse me, those are turkeys. I swear these fucking turkeys are messing with me. Well, you beat a bunch of more enemies before you arrive at the next boss stage. There we get a look at a robot chick with a scythe. I want that scythe. Now this boss is my favorite. She is the first enemy in this game to actually possess a mechanic, and I fucking love that. You could spam A just like with every other enemy and probably fail because this Reaper lady will not let you wail on her. The best way to beat this boss is to wait for her to throw a spinny axe at you, so you just reflect it. This will cause her to be stunned for a moment. This is what I call actual cool design in a boss.
Good job, Mind Chamber. You get the gold star. Bitch!
Also, I'm glad the shield isn't something you can mindlessly spam. Because yes, your shield can actually break, so be careful in how much you use it. If you abuse this mechanic, this boss isn't all too hard. What the fuck actually happened there? I just want to say that this game looks really great. Remind you, this was made in 2006. Flash games didn't always look this good at the time. Just look at him! They animated the red guy frame by frame. They didn't just pick a part of the body and moved it around like a puppet. This is great work right here.
Time to get spooky, because the next level is based on more horror-esque things, like zombies, and ghosts, and guys in black spandex. Why are they here? Who are they?
I must say, the new Power Rangers movie looks great. I also noticed that there are these mailboxes in every fucking level. Why? What's the fucking point? Is it just for the sake of atmosphere or something like that? It triggers me that they don't do anything besides possessing a hitbox. You continue the level with a bunch of enemies and yada yada yada. You get the drill. Now the next boss is kind of a dick. Meet Mr. Wolfman. He's a werewolf with claws. Wait, why are those necessary? This boss is not all that special, to be honest. He just has an absurd amount of health. He does summon some dogs to help him out, but that's mostly it. The only detail I thought was pretty cool is how he starts the fight being upright and ends it by fighting like a normal ferocious dog. You know, on all fours. Well, that sure took its fucking time. Okay, let's move on to the last stage. The futuristic stage. Now, hold the fuck up. Some of these enemy placements are weird as hell. Why do you have these demon guys here? They would have looked much better in stage 3. While you could have put those snake robots from stage 1 on stage 4. Not to be a nitpicky, naggy little shitcock, but some of these choices as to where to put which enemies are just kind of weird. Oh look, there's a crate. I could use some health. Fuck you.
And here comes the bullshit, guys!
I don't mind that these enemies don't look as good as the rest of them, because this was a collab between a lot of people, so everyone that took part did a great job and actually cared. But my god, these dinosaurs, whatever they are, the problem I see with these guys is that they just rush through you and just deal a lot of damage. And you can't do much about it. It's pretty unpredictable as when they do it.
Okay, I'm done with you.
I can't believe Red Baron's fucking dead! Well, time to redo the whole fucking stage! Whee! Now stage 4's boss is the embodiment of cancer. You see, fuck you! You see, this guy has some serious health. At the beginning, he will not lose any health. Also, you can't wail on him like almost every enemy prior to this guy, since he will simply punch your fucking block off if you try to be cheesy. Now, isn't that a good thing? Thing is that you only have one attack. Sure, it would be lame to just wail on a boss, but my guy hits really hard. Now, don't misunderstand me. This boss's design is a moisen, but he's fucking obnoxious. Sometimes you could swear you hit him, but then he just gets some kind of super armor and ignores the hit. The second phase is actually pretty cool, since this guy's pretty fast, and you need to be on your toes. Avoiding is key to this one. Oh boy, here we go! This is the part of the fight that killed me over 10 times. I am not kidding. The only difficult thing about this boss is that he has a massive amount of health, and that sometimes he just spawns a bunch of bombs that have the potential to insta-kill you. If I didn't have such a high score, I would have had to start from the very beginning of the game. That's right, if you wouldn't have enough gold to pay, then you have to restart from level 1. And this boss will take a lot of tries. Just randomly spawning a bunch of bombs that can insta-kill you, and a weird super armor makes this boss a chore to beat. I didn't feel accomplished defeating this guy. I was genuinely annoyed. I will not be too harsh on it though. It is a Flash game after all, and they aren't supposed to be perfect. Don't get me wrong. It's a good boss, and I can tell there was a lot of love put into this little project. And I don't know how programming works. I'm too stupid and too talentless to make games, but it would have been a perfect Flash game in my opinion if the hitboxes and gameplay was a little bit more polished. At the very end, I was actually able to defeat this fucker and therefore beat the game. What happens in the ending? Oh, the red guy gets arrested by the police. Yes, I was caught off guard too. In my book, this is a fantastic game and a little cherished memory of mine. It does have its flaws, but I mean, most games have that. Anyways, check out the game yourselves if you're feeling like it. If you got a suggestion on what Flash game I should take on this channel, then let me know in the comment section below. Honestly, I'm having an idea.
I'm not gonna tell you. You'll see.
With that in mind, I wish you all a good one, and furthermore, a great day.